Howdy, folks. How's all my peeps doing here on the internet and or the YouTube? Hopefully we're all doing alright. I guess I'm just going to try to update everybody a little bit on basically what's been going on with my life lately. Good part is my foot's been healing up real nice. It's at the point where whatever issues I have left as far as any open sores on my foot are concerned, all I have to do is cover it with a Band-Aid at this point until it's finished healing up. Not taking any chances after, the BS I dealt with earlier in the year. So, yeah, pretty much a case of just trying to avoid any reinfections that, in the future. Capable of at least moving around somewhat and, trying to get stuff done. Though I find that since I haven't been working since, what was it, about mid-March roughly, I find that my body just has gotten considerably out of shape. Doesn't help that I've had plenty of time for sitting on my backside, eating, whatever else. And if it matters, I'm pretty much seriously limiting myself on the snacks, junk food, whatever. I'll still allow myself to have the sugary treats every now and again, but not nearly to the same extent that I had been before, my surgery. Guess it took me having to have a major problem before I learned my damned lesson. That and just years of not having to give a crap because just shove something in my mouth to eat real quick and go on to the next whatever it is I had to get done. Whether it be next project, job, whatever. Used to having too many jobs where I pretty much just worked and didn't really bother taking proper care of myself. So yeah, I'm finding that any long-term walking around or standing has gotten to be a little bit of a pain in the backside. So I know I have to work on that, and stamina again, endurance, all that good crap if I'm going to be useful and productive and trying to make a decent living where I can. And yeah, I am at least making the effort to try to get out and work my way back into the job scene again, handle it where I can and all. Hopefully if things work out right, maybe I can start being smart enough to be more active on YouTube, try to put more videos out, and if things work right, I can finally hit that 1,000 sub mark, which I'm surprisingly not that far away from hitting that, so I should probably put the phone a little bit further over here, so yeah, there, I think that's going to look better. But yeah, if I'm going to be smart, and I want to actually start getting monetized, I think I finally looked not that long ago, and I'm like 27 subs away from actually hitting that 1,000 sub mark. So yeah, since the weather's nice enough still at the moment, I need to get my butt in gear and try, I guess, just putting more videos out. Even if I don't make a lot of money doing this, I gotta start seriously making that damned effort if I want monetization. So yeah, I'm gonna finally get out, get started. Maybe I can start in the next couple of days or so if I have any free time. Try to get out somewhere, try to be active, all that other junk. See if there's anywhere in town that, might be worth filming or what have you. And as much as I'd like to be doing this, I have to stop doing drunken type videos where I'm just rambling on with whatever bullshit I gotta say. Because, yeah, it's just not good for my health, and I guess I'm at that point where I finally have to start accepting the fact that I'm just not getting any younger, you know. Some people could argue that I'm at least crazy and middle-aged. Brain ain't quite as good as it used to be, you know, so I need to start using it a little bit more. Actually start thinking with it for once. Just gotta stop doing all that stupid crap in life. Because I find that I've been doing so many stupid things with just my health that it just is not doing me any favors anymore, and there's got to be that point where it's just not making any sense to keep doing what I've been doing. But yeah, it's like I'm just trying to figure out what I can do to keep things interesting around here. Maybe anything that the rest of y'all would potentially like to see on the channel. Bearing in mind, I don't have a lot of money to play with right now. So yeah, I can't exactly be doing anything major like any serious road trips or... You know, I can't exactly be doing a whole lot of anything right now, so... Got just enough money to get on a bus and try to enjoy something out in public where I can. And I am getting at least some help, at least some, what the hell, I'll just admit to it. I've been having to use welfare for a little bit just to get back on my feet. Hopefully I don't have to stay on it much longer, but that depends on how quickly I can start taking care of my own financial business again. So yeah, not proud of, admitting to that sort of thing, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do to keep yourself going. Might be able to get into a cheaper apartment in the near future if things keep working out alright. And yeah, if any of you are suspecting I'm Section 8 type housing, then you would be right that that's pretty much what I'm going to try to shoot for right now. Something that maybe I can afford until, I can get something better, something more affordable. Place I'm looking at is going to be kind of centrally, I won't say necessarily centrally located, but the place I'm looking at is going to be at least in a spot where I can be a little bit more active, maybe have a little bit more access to some kind of a job. That way I don't have to limit myself on where I can go and what I can do. Mostly because I can't afford a car anyway, so whatever I have to do to try to get a job that's within either near a bus route, within walking distance, whatever is necessary to just make ends meet, Yeah, I suppose, I could reasonably argue that if I had done things differently in my life, and I, if I could go back in time and have any of the experience and knowledge I've gotten now, you had better believe I'd be doing a whole lot of crap differently. I think I've got at least a few ideas what I would have done differently, but then again, hindsight is 20/20, man. Can't really change what happened in the past because, I don't exactly own a time machine that looks like a DeLorean, So yeah, too late to fix what I can't fix. All I can do is try to reach for the future and try to do something different than what I've been doing. I mean, after all, the art of insanity is repeating the same mistakes, thinking that things will be different the next time around. Suppose I got to admit that there's a certain level of insanity on my part if I keep doing the same stupid junk not learning anything from the first however many times. So yeah, just gotta be smarter about things, and if everything works out, maybe I can live at least better than I had been. So yeah, it's gotta be rough for a while, but I think my life is starting to at least pick up a little bit. Starting to at least get to the point where maybe I'm not going to be struggling so much harder, not as much, you know. So yeah, if y'all want to do me a favor, and if you see any videos on this channel that maybe you think are still worth watching or worth watching at all, share them, like them, like them. If you haven't subscribed, yeah, feel free to do it if you actually find this channel to be worth watching or keeping track of. Like maybe in the coming weeks, maybe if things go the way I'm planning and hoping, maybe I could start doing a little bit more to actually get more active, participate on YouTube a lot more frequently, start working on that damned algorithm. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And I know this is a little late on this comment, but I'm really getting sick of all this violence that's been going on in our damned country. Seriously, all these damned political shootings and school shootings and just mass shootings as a whole. What the hell has this country turned into? And I'm not going to just go specifically with the recent events with Charlie Kirk and what happened to him. What was that, a little over a week ago now? Week and a half? Whatever it's been. It's not just what happened to him. It's been happening, seems to be happening more and more, or at least it sure seems like it. It's like, I think, Lucy, wasn't that long ago, just within the last couple of months, a couple of senators in Minnesota here, I think like state senators or some crap, got shot and killed by a lunatic. And they were Democrats. Charlie Kirk, big fan of he was a big fan of Trump, major supporter, whatnot, Republican. Been a few other examples that I guess just my mind is a little too slow on remembering. And honestly, there is no excuse for any of this. Don't like somebody because of their political views, fine. That's their right to not like their political views or views on really anything in life. We all have the right to disagree, and in this country we have the right for free speech, even if it's the most hateful, disgusting type of speech you can possibly even think of. And personally, I don't think Charlie Kirk was necessarily an evil guy. Depending on your viewpoint, maybe his views were controversial to some. And I don't necessarily think his views are all that controversial myself, but, there are those that really seem to feel that he was, a bigot, racist, homophobe, whatever else, and I never got that out of the guy. And to kill him over his viewpoints, this is how fascism works, and that, by killing people that we don't agree with, that is just a form of radical fascism, really. Trying to snuff out people that we don't agree with. This country, that's not the way we do things. Want to have that kind of violence, those that believe in that kind of violence over different views, go somewhere else where you can live that kind of lifestyle and people would support it. It's like, you want to have reasonable discourse? Fine. Debate and argue things like an adult, do it reasonably. And we need to stop going to these schools and churches where people can, especially children, are getting shot. Getting real sick of that crap, too. It's been going on for. Jeez. I don't even remember what the first incident was. I just know this because it's so common that people don't even stop to notice it as much anymore. And that is absolutely freaking horrible. So yeah, do ourselves a favor, society. We gotta get together and start figuring out how to end this without having a civil war in this country. Aight? Now y'all take care and peace, and I love y'all.